Hi, my name is Aaron, this is my show Re-Education, and prison is slavery. And I'm not going to pussyfoot around that. It is modern slavery. We actively take people out of our community and we lock them up to do labor for free or nearly free. That is modern day slavery. And it's a way for us to take the people that we don't like in society, the dregs, those people that you always hear about, of a lower socioeconomic status, that were forced by their position in life to have to resort to crime so they wouldn't end up possibly homeless or starving. We take those people and we lock them away inside of a cage and make them work for free. So how exactly do we treat the people that we've deemed unworthy of being out in free space among the rest of us? Well, we treat them with living conditions that are just one step above third world countries, probably one step below if you're really going to be honest. A lot of these living conditions are overcrowded, overburdened. They don't have enough guards to take care of the people that are there. They don't have enough facilities to facilitate the amount of people that are in there. A lot of the time they have to convert gymnasiums and so forth into makeshift incarceration pens. And a lot of the time they don't really give a shit about the prisoners themselves. They'll lock up different gangs that are opposing in the same cell block, and there'll obviously be fights and murders. They'll let certain people into the general public or into the public with others and inevitably send them to their death. There's beatings, there's molestations, rapes. People actually die of thirst, because that's actually a thing. I don't even know how many stories I've heard about mothers having to give birth alone in prison because they don't have any guards paying attention to them. And then you also hear about the slave labor, like I touched on a moment ago. Have you ever heard of Unicor? Basically, that's a government-run organization that employs prison labor to fulfill any number of certain government contracts. They could be working in factories or whatever. And during the fires that were happening a while ago back in California, they even had prison slave laborers going and putting out the fires and saving people. They were fucking heroes. And they didn't even get to vote. Now I'm going to talk about some praxis because I think that's the most important thing that we should do here. If you are a prisoner and somehow you're able to watch this video, please get a hold of a social media device if you can. Don't make it so that you get caught, for God's sakes, but if you're able to get a hold of a social media device, please do so. And stay up to date with any action that is happening as far as the IWOC goes. They are an international workers organization meant to unionize people that are in prison. And they have many demonstrations going on all of the time, specifically one that is happening on August 21st. It's a prisoners' strike, and anybody that's joining this prisoners' strike is going to be involved in basically a work stoppage. They're going to refuse to do any of the work that they're being forced to do by the state, by that prison, and hopefully make a certain amount of change. And that is just a small thing that you can do. And obviously, I can't tell you anything, really. I've never been in prison, so I don't know what that's like. So if there are people that have been in prison and who know how to organize any kind of action within a prison, please leave a comment down below, and hopefully we can use this as a resource to help any of these people who are unjustifiably being put into a modern-day slave state. Now, as far as the rest of us go, what can we do to help these people? Well, something that we can do immediately, which is happening just in a few days, is on May 15th, there is a large demonstration going on at the DeKalb County Jail in Georgia. Now, the prison conditions there are absolutely horrendous. They are suffering with black mold. They are not getting fed properly. The guards have been beating prisoners, and basically the people there are hungry. So I think what the local anarchist group there did, the Black Cross, was really quite fitting. They delivered to the prison a bunch of loaves of bread. Now, of course, they didn't like this very much, and a bunch of commotion ensued afterwards, but I think that that's kind of a really good way to protest something like this, delivering to them some bread. And remember, this specific action is happening on May 15th, and it's going to be, again, at the DeKalb County Jail in Georgia. So if you happen to be stopping by, or you live in that area, go ahead and check it out. Maybe bring a loaf of bread with you if you can. And circling back to the more international action, we can actually help and join in solidarity with the strike that's going to be happening on August 21st nationwide, being held by the IWOC. You can go to any one of these prisons that the IWOC is holding a strike at, link in the description box below, or you can even go to your local prison and hold your signs out there as well. Remember, doing it by yourself isn't going to gain much traction, but if you're able to talk to some friends, family members, co-workers, and people who are sympathetic to the cause and get them to come out there with you as well, then you're going to be doing even better. Remember, small actions are incredibly important, and when they're done on the local level, they can make an incredibly large difference. A small group of people, when they're directing their attention at a certain goal, can make a lot of waves very quickly. And on the national scale, as far as this August 21st nationwide strike goes, the work stoppage, hopefully anybody out there that's able to do so can show solidarity with these people, and maybe we can help them out in some small way. Again, if you have other ways that we can help these people out that are being unjustifiably forced into a slave state and into conditions that are basically inhuman in the first world, please leave your comments down below and let's come up with some solutions. My name is Aaron. This is my show, Reeducation. Thanks for watching.